Oh,
And we're live. And we're live. Hey, it is Madison Chase, and this is your entertainment source and news option. And we're going to talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And I got my girl, Stefztv. Say hey, Stefztv.
hey guys, Stefztv here, ready to get into this yet again, another controversial topic.
Okay, so I'm going to do the facts, and Steph, you could talk about the questions. So the facts are Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have been married for 15 months. So that's a year and 3 months, right?
Correct.
12, yeah. And she is 30. He is 52. They met on the Rum Diary on the set. I guess it was February 3rd, 2015. His mom, who was 81, she just passed away. Amber filed for divorce. She's seeking $50,000 in spousal support. I did just roll my eyes, not intentionally, but $50,000. Come on, Amber. She's also saying that he verbally and physically abused her. And the police officers are actually, I guess they're on Johnny Depp's side. So these are some of the facts. These are definitely not all of the facts. But also Johnny Depp's daughter and his ex-wife are coming to his defense, saying that there's no way that he possibly could have abused her. I think you could probably dispute the physical abuse, but it's hard to say whether or not someone feels like they're being verbally abused. So I'm not taking any sides. I just want to state the facts. So Steph, you have some questions. What are your yes or no questions? Because we want to know your opinion.
Okay, so with this, I feel like, it's not the first time we've heard of a story like this happening. And of course, we go to things like, is she just doing this for money? Is Johnny really, an abuser? What's the timing of all this? Like, there's so many different variables. Apparently, the first time the cops showed up, there wasn't any bruises. Did the cops not see the bruises? Were the bruises not there? There was doctors that were questioned about what type of bruises would an iPhone make if an iPhone was thrown at someone's face. And the doctor said that it would immediately make a bruise. The cops said that there wasn't bruises. There's speculation that the cops are covering because it was Johnny Depp. There's all types of speculation happening in this case. So what I break it down to is our yes and no questions, or yes or no questions for today are yes or no. Is Amber just seeking money through all this? Do you think that it's just a play for her to get more money, or do you think that she's a woman that's been in distress for a long time and it's just coming to a peak? Yes or no?
Did you say a long time, Steph? 15 months is not a long time. But okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
What'd you say?
I said 15 months is not a long time, but continue.
No, but I mean, because this again resonates with, a lot of other things. And you know what? Honestly, I disagree, because if you're in an abusive relationship, 15 months can be, one day too long, one more day. Like, it all is in retrospect. So again, the question to you, Madison, yes or no, is Amber just seeking money? What are your thoughts?
Yes or no. You know what? When you have an opinion about someone else's life, I'm not in her shoes. I'm not in that relationship. I don't know what her backstory is. I don't know what Johnny Depp's backstory is. But when you're talking about a celebrity who is famous and someone who's not as famous, she's famous because of Johnny Depp. My only issue is you're asking for $50,000 spousal support. That makes me think that you're doing this for money, because had she asked for spousal support and it was something like Johnny Depp, I don't know how much money he's worth, but that's probably something that we could Google and find out. But $50,000, like, you don't need $50,000. Like, whatever your income that you had prior to being with Johnny Depp, like, you don't need that much money. It's not like you have kids. So if she had a child, or if they had twins, or if they had 3 kids and a dog, then maybe I could see $50,000, because you become accustomed to this lifestyle. But I think the days are gone when women have children with a rich celebrity athlete, and because that person has a certain lifestyle, they're asking for spousal support. Like, what are you about to do? Are you about to cure cancer? Are you going back to school to get your PhD? Like, what are you doing that you need $50,000 for? Like, even a nice home in California, if it's $1 million home, you might be paying $10,000 a month in mortgage, but $50,000, you lost me. And so it makes me think that her allegations and everything the ex-wife and the daughter are saying about whether or not she's a gold digger, or, you know, she's manipulating him. And the fact that his mother just died and you're taking him through this makes me think that it's not true and you just want money. That's what I think.
Okay, so yes, we can Google that, and I did. And Johnny Depp's current net worth is $400 million. So
that's why she wants $50,000 per month, because that's almost 10%. Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Now, my yes or no meter leans towards yes because of the fact, the way that you're doing this. If if this is what's really happening, you don't have to make a scene about it. It's clear with some of her being upset leaving the court one day with the lawyers, her being hysterical laughing one day. Excuse me, I feel like there's definitely emotions other than grieving a mother-in-law, a divorce, and abuse happening here. Again, I experienced those three things the way she has. So this, again, is just my own opinion. But I feel as if it's just very interesting the way that this has all timed out and gone down. And it is very, it is very interesting that Johnny's ex has come out. Usually an ex isn't going to take the stand for you in that type of situation. Not the real stand, but she's publicly announced that she doesn't think that Johnny is a woman beater, or Johnny is not a woman beater. So a lot of those things, and, to be very honest with you, something in me, I just don't, the way that Johnny's just out and performing his concerts, and he's still on tour, and he's still just keeping everything as normal so that, he's not affected, he's not hiding, he's just like, she's lying, this is not happening, I'm just going to keep going. I feel as if right now my yes or no meter goes to yes, Amber is seeking the money, and yes, the $50,000 a month spousal support did put the icing on that cake. Okay. Now,
wait, before you finish that, a judge denied that part of her petition, as well as her request that Depp be ordered into a year of anger management counseling and a batterers intervention program pending a hearing on June 17th. So this already happened and the judge denied it. So the judge actually agreed that partially that she may not be telling the truth.
All right, good. Okay, and again, this story is going to develop. So you guys out there watching, depending on when you watch, you might have a fact that we didn't add it. Leave us a comment. We would love to hear if you've got more facts than us. We've done our research, but like I said, this is a time-sensitive thing. It's still developing, so let us know your thoughts. Okay, question number 2. Madison, do you believe, yes or no, is Johnny Depp an abusive person?
Man, yes or no. You know what? I think I'm not the person that matters, and here's why. I'm not either yes or no. I'm gonna say,
matter, girl. You matter.
Say it again. No, I'm saying I matter, but in the grand scheme of, I think we live in an age where people have so many opinions about people's relationships and what they do on television and what celebrities are doing, what they're wearing, what they have on, what they said on their social media pages. I just feel like if he is an abuser, then the truth will eventually come out. If he's not an abuser, hopefully, it looks like he's not. And it looks like, I just would hate to be in a position where I'm making an opinion, or I have an opinion about someone else's life, especially when we're talking about someone being abused verbally or physically, because they're both terrible places to be for the woman. So I don't know. I can't say yes or no because I don't know Johnny Depp. I've never met Johnny Depp. I've never had an encounter with Johnny Depp. So
no, I understand all that, and I agree with all that. I'm just saying, off the surface, knowing what you've seen, what you've heard, if you had to side with him, like, yes, we're saying, okay. I don't know Amber either, but we're saying we think she's a little bit money in her eyes. You know, do we think that Johnny Depp, knowing who he was, knowing his movie, knowing how he is, I mean, I watched him on Ellen the other day, like, knowing that, do you think he's a guy? Like, I feel like some people you kind of just think, or you have an eye up always, like, ooh, I wonder what happens there. And for me, I'll answer first. Like, I go to no on this meter because I would never. Yes, I think Johnny Depp is an odd duck for sure.
I wouldn't say odd. I think he's an artist. I think he's an artist, and artists can sometimes be.
And artists are odd ducks. That's fine. I mean, let's just call it how it is. A lot of them are very odd. I'm an artist. I'm a designer. I have a clothing line. Like,
me too. I was a weird black girl in college, so I know. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, like, we beat to our own drum. We have our own thing. So I can relate to that. And that's what I'm saying. I think because I can somewhat relate to that, I don't think that necessarily means anger or abuse or anything like that. I think that, Phil, for me, it's a no. I would find it, if it comes out, the truth is that he is this person and he is abusing her and he was abusing her for a long time, whatever, I would be a little bit shocked.
Okay. So when you take that stance based on what we've seen and what the research has shown and what people are saying, the police, his ex-wife, his daughter, I don't know Johnny Depp personally, but I would definitely lean towards the no. He's not abusing her physically. And, you know, hopefully that's verbally too. But when I talk about verbal abuse, I think it's so hard because you never really know how someone perceives, how someone says something to them and what they might be feeling and their backstory. So physically, I would definitely say no, he did not abuse her. And I think with her asking for $50,000 spousal support, I'm going to go with no.
All right. Moving on to the next question. Now, there was a little bit of back and forth about the police in this incident. And the one report said that the police, when they arrived, there was no sign of any type of abuse or bruising on Amber's face. Another report came out, said that the police sided with Johnny Depp and decided not to say all of it or withheld information. Now, do you think that the cops would withhold information in a case like this, or do you believe in our, jurisdiction, I guess, or our justice system with something like this?
You know what? I'm going to side with, I don't know. That's a hard one because if you're an extreme Johnny Depp fan and you come to Johnny Depp's house and you're a police officer, I know that whenever there's a domestic violence call, that typically they have to take the husband in, the person. Yeah, because I just had not necessarily an experience, but I know someone whose wife called the police on him and they took him in. And because he's like a pseudo kind of celebrity, like he was not stressed out at all. And I was like, wow, like that's interesting. But so I think it's hard legally, like that's probably not going to be admissible in court that the police officer said, yes, we didn't see any bruising on her. So I don't think legally that you, as a police officer, that you could talk about anything that's in a police report. Now, TMZ might be one thing, but I think when it comes to what the police can actually say about a domestic violence case, I don't know if that's even legal. But I mean, I think that the decks in the cards are stacking up against Amber, the police, your Johnny Depp's daughter, his ex-wife, and other people have come to his defense that have worked with Johnny Depp. So, and the fact that she's asking for $50,000 in spousal support, I'm gonna agree with the police officers.
All right, and I'm gonna actually say that I think I read it. There was a similar case that I heard not too long ago where the police do take everyone in but the celebrities, stuff like that, like your friend, like whatever, stuff like that happens. So I'm going to go as far as to say that I don't think that there was anything that the police missed, but I think that it's definitely possible for police to give celebrities special treatment. Sometimes celebrities are above the law. I don't agree with it, but I feel like it happens all the time.
Yes, especially with DUIs. Like, that drives me bananas. Get an Uber, get a Lyft. Stop playing with people's lives.
That's
and
right.
own. Like, you're not invincible.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was my questions for yes or no on this Johnny Depp Amber Heard topic. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think that Amber Heard is, falsely accusing Johnny Depp? Do you think that Johnny Depp does have it in him? What do you think is going to happen? Is Amber asking for too much money? Should she get any money? We will see how it plays out, but we'd love to know what you think.
Yes, we want to know what is your yes and your no with Steph's questions. I will definitely upload this to YouTube, and we want to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. So make sure that you tune in, watch it, and give us your thoughts and opinions. I'm Madison Chase, and you can find me on YouTube at One Mad Chase. On Twitter, I am Madison Chase Fit. So thanks for watching, Steph. Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at IAMSTEFZ. That's I am Stefztv with an F. You can also check out my YouTube page, which is Stefztv. Again, that's STEFZTV.
And Steph, one more thing. You're on Instagram, right?
I am. That's the same as my Twitter. It's IAMSTEFZ. So you can find me there. Send me some pictures. Talk to me on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts about this. I'd love to hear it. Keep the conversation going.
Let's keep it going. I'm One Madison Chase on Instagram. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back. We don't know what the schedule is looking like, but we're just enjoying talking about these hot topics and things that are happening in entertainment and news. Like, this is interesting. Thanks, Steph.
Thank you.